What's up? This is Something Like That with me, Nav, and a big hello to everybody out there. This is a show powered by Gendang.com.my. If you haven't checked out their webpage yet, please go ahead for your entertainment dose from the Malaysian music scene, art scenes, entertainment, anything you want. Just visit them. And also, hey, somebody told me to do this every time I start the show. I rarely do this since the very start of this particular show. Is that I'm supposed to ask you guys to actually click on the like button, subscribe button, share button, do whatever you need to do. So it doesn't matter which platform you're watching or listening to. Just do that. Like, subscribe, follow, like, do the usual shit. Like, I try to do that as much as possible. So at least I know that you are there listening to this whole broadcast. Anyway, hey, a couple of weeks, a couple of episodes, we've been having, let's say, musicians, we've been having comedians, we've been having DJs, but today's show, I got an old friend of mine, a very old friend, known him for quite a while. I don't know how to start this. How do I actually introduce him? Because he's a man who wears many hats. He's a director, he's an editor, he's an actor, he's a musician, he's a podcaster, he's a sound this, sound that. You know the whole list. Like, he has a pretty long list of jobs that he does or he's been doing, which means technically, if he walks into a room, 10 guys will just lose their jobs, man. So I'm talking about Khairil Bahar, Khairil M Bahar, better known as Khai among our friends, until some new singer came and ruined that name, Khai. Hey, man, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, dude?
It's good, man. True, right. It's like that one guy came and fucked it all up for everybody, dude.
Dude, I've been having it since freaking, what was it? The first one was Khai AF in Academy
man.
Fantasia 2. I actually got SMSs from random girls asking if I was Khai AF. And yeah, thankfully at that age, even though I was age appropriate, I wasn't that desperate that I was going to pretend that I was going to be that dude. And but this new Khai Bahar is pretty big. Like,
yeah. Well, on the bright side, you can actually just tell everybody that, yeah, Kai's in this next movie of mine. Kai's the one who did this movie, and everybody goes to watch it just for that. But it is true. It's like when I said Kai's coming on the show, I had messages going in. You mean you're getting the singer on board? I said, what singer? I didn't know. I'm not following the so-called that side of the scene. But then I said, Khai. I know Khai has a band, but was he that big? I mean, for that amount of people who know him that way. But I said, no, this is the different Kai. It's like, okay, that dude actually stole your name, and you should sue him or just walk around with the T-shirt, which I am not that Kai.
I have thought about it many times, and then I'm like, I'd just be like one of those internet trolls that I get annoyed by. Yeah. So I've tried to refrain from calling him out.
I'm just looking forward for the day where you wear a T-shirt that says, "He stole my name," and stand beside that the other guy, man.
You know, Astro once tagged him with my profile.
Really?
On Facebook.
That was a good thing, anyway. in one way. It's good to see you, man. I just realized.
Really good to see you.
I just realized something. We've known each other for a very, very long time, but somehow it's like a ritual that we only see each other every 5 to 7 years once. Yeah, isn't it funny, isn't it? I was just like, okay, fine, Khai, I haven't seen him. Then I started looking back. It's like, shit, man, I haven't seen him in a very long time, dude.
Whereabouts do you hang out then? That our paths don't cross, you know?
I know, I'm just trying to figure out. We are pretty much in the same industry, but we don't really see each other much in any way. Yeah? Hopefully it changes next year, man.
I feel like I've only seen you in DJ booths.
Yeah, pretty much. I hardly go out anyway, man. I hardly go out. But then again, like you for instance, we only have this chat, only online. Whenever it comes to interview, that's where we bump into each other, man.
Yep, and catch up for the past 5-7 years.
Yeah, and then we wait again for the next another 5-7 years. But I think we're reaching an age where we don't need to wait that long. I can say that for
sure. Hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, I know it's usually the ritual for most shows or interviews or something like that to have some chit-chat first and then towards the end to talk about the movie, but I can't wait. I just watched it this moment. I just can't wait. So I'm just going to change the entire format and bring it to the very start by saying that, dude, that was a freaking awesome movie. KickFlip.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dude, I couldn't wait. My wife was looking at me feeling excited. I couldn't sleep. I was just jumping around. I was just waiting for this 9:30 moment. Usually I have my naps in the afternoon, but I said, no, I just can't wait to chat with this fucker, man. It's just that I would say, personally for me, like I said off air, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying this because you're my friend. I'm not saying it because of this show. This has to be the best movie I've watched for 2020, man.
I don't know how to react to that except to say thank you, dude. That's crazy.
It's I didn't expect it. I seriously didn't expect it because let's face it. I'll be very honest with you. The moment you say something about independent or some short films, you have a different perception altogether. But the storyline for this particular movie, somehow they had an emotional connection. You know, it's like I was just looking at the screen. It's like, shit, did he take about my life? Something about my life, minus the skateboarding and stuff like that. And I bet you at least about 8 out of 10 people would have experienced something like this in their lives, man. You know, if you're not the skateboarding part, skateboarding in million miles away, man.
I think that's why the subject matter like really spoke to me, because you know it's pretty obvious just looking at it that it's a part of my life, you know. And during that period, like the character, it was, you know, like I think people that are trying to do the stuff that we do, or within the circle of friends we have, are trying to do something, you know. I think it's a movie that you can relate to because, like, we're just beset with failure and rejection, nonstop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as you get older as well, you start having to question, like, am I still being a kid and playing around? Do I need to grow up, as it was? So, like, these were all the themes that I kind of wanted to explore with this film.
Yeah,
and it's
that wasn't
kind of
only
touching people's nerves, though. Yeah.
No, but that wasn't only it. It's also the things that the way I looked at it, it was also about sacrificing your passion, something that you live at, for responsibility. And then you got to have the equal balance in both of it. Passion, responsibility, how do you bring it together? You know, those little things, like the fun that you want to have in life, but you can't actually do it. You know, those kind of details and businesses or maybe jobs that you want to do, you just can't. You have to force yourself to head on to work. But before I'm sounding too excited right here, man. Do excuse me, okay? I got to hold back a little bit. But please, for the benefit of our listeners or viewers, in a nutshell, what's this movie all about? Tell them. I would just end up blabbering all about it, so I'm going to try to shut up for a second. So please tell them about it, man.
I mean, like, I jokingly refer to it as the midlife crisis skateboarding movie, you know, that kind of encapsulates it quite well. The movie is about a middle-aged married man with a wife who's newly pregnant and a dream business that's failed, having to start again working in the type of job that he doesn't like because he has to be responsible. And at some point in the movie, he rediscovers a passion of his from when he was younger, which was skateboarding. Excuse my cat. Move, gimme. Oh boy. This is what it's like living with cats during lockdown.
Come on board.
There you go. And by rediscovering that passion for that activity, he rediscovers like why he was trying to, you know, start this dream business in the first place, what his passions were, what he loves to do. You know, and it's pulled a lot from my own personal experience, because like the footage in the opening credits, that's all home videos of mine. You know,
I'm surprised you have it.
Yeah, I'm a weird archivist that way. During lockdown, I was just pulling out the VCRs and just like, okay, let's transfer these tapes. Let's see what we can find, and just finding all these things. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, so much the difference. It's like I brought back memories of the first time I met you, man. It's like, hey, wait, this is when I first met him, man. This is how he looked like.
This is how skinny he was. What happened?
Oh, that's a bit sensitive for me, man. I know that feeling. No, but the thing is, you wrote this movie, right? You wrote this movie, every details in it. You directed it, and of course, the best part of all, it was shot in black and white.
Yes.
I'm not complaining. I just love it. I love the whole idea. But just curious, why?
A couple of reasons. I mean, the first was like it fit the story because at the same time, like I was getting into skateboarding, like the character, I was also getting back into old film photography. And the first type of film you learn to process by yourself is black and white film.
Okay.
You know? And that was the background behind that. So I wanted every scene, every shot to look like a picture. You know, that's why the it's not a 16:9 frame, it's not widescreen, and it's not the old square TV frame. If you measured it, it's the same size as your 4R photos that you'd get developed back in the day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're playing with just even by the size of the frame. When it goes to a video camera, it goes into a square one. When it gets to the end credits, it becomes long again. You know, things like that. So that was one. And two, because I was getting back into film photography and black and white film photography, of course, I started looking at black and white films a lot more. And it's a completely different aesthetic, and it's a beautiful aesthetic. You know, so, and it's weird because at the same time, because it was black and white, that was a handicap for us when we went to try and sell the film, you know?
Okay.
Like we'd have more than once, I'd see the complete, change in reaction as I'm describing the movie and say, oh, it's a black and white film. Like, black and white, you know? Like automatically, it doesn't matter what the story is. Fuck, I can't sell black and white. You know what I mean? And which is still weird to me because you see a lot of legit filmmakers to this day still, you know, shooting black and white. David Fincher's new movie on Netflix is in black and white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the ones I could recall personally was Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. There you go. And it's, you know, like, come on, everyone on Instagram plays with black and white. Like, it's not a weird thing, but there is that stigma on it. So, and that's the thing, like, I wanted to make sure that I didn't pussy out on the black and white. So we shot it black and white in the camera. You know, so So it wasn't shot in color and then we turned it black and white. No, we had the settings in the camera so that everything that was recorded in black and white.
So no excuses of changing it later on.
Yes. At no point would you go like, you know what? The distributor says if it was in color, we'd be able to get distributions. We'll change it to color. It's like, nope, it was shot in black and white. Fuck you. You know?
Man.
So it's kind of also a mission statement as well, because this movie, I'll be honest, when I was writing it and thinking about making it, this was the, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try and do something of my own once again, and a personal story. And if nobody likes it, then maybe that's the sign that I need to quit the game. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, man. I
honestly, like that was the thought process at the time. So even shooting it in black and white was one of those, you know, like, fuck you, this is what I want to do statements. You know what I mean?
Which is a good one. I would admit it. Of course, I won't deny the fact that I was actually, because the thing is, we're so customized watching movies as such, which starts off with black and white, then halfway through it turns into color, you know, those kind of thingy going on. But in this case, the only color that I saw was the bits and pieces of photos, which is about a 1 second or 2 second thingy. You know, that's the only thing that you can actually see, but no complaints. I kind of love it because I was just curious to know until the very end, is it going to be black and white all the way? You know, because I had no expectations whatsoever when I watched the movie. It's just like, let's sit down, let's click play and just watch the whole thing. And dialogues. Who wrote the script, man?
Me.
You wrote the script also. Every single word that came out of it. Because why I'm asking you this is because I love the details, the little details of things that you say, you know, like for example, oh man, it's not coming to my head right now. It's like during I don't want to give away too much of the movie. I want them to watch the whole thing. Like, you know, you're watching the movie. There's one part you and Ash were having something, and Ash was complimenting you. Then all of a sudden, MLA walks in and said, "Don't suck his cock" or something.
Yes.
Those things were natural, and a lot of things, even your conversation with your wife in the movie, which is awesome. I just have it at the tip of my tongue right now, but just I don't want to give it away. I just want people to actually pay close attention to every single word that comes out. And the scenes that came in, Amelia did a fantastic job because there was a part in I felt like I just want to choke her when she played the role of that boss. I seriously wanted to choke her. It's like, I know this kind of woman, man. I've been there. I've experienced this kind of woman before. It's like, you know, you just want to kill her, but she did an amazing job. I'm not going to kill Amelia, but the character itself, she was amazing. That super bitchy boss. Oh man, a little flashback for me about 20 years ago when I was in the office side, man. But I must say, But I must say, it's like every single thing, the scenes that came in the movie is like it's very relatable for many people. Like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be necessarily on skateboard. There's a lot of things. Even people in my field, some of us had to sacrifice DJing in order for us to get a proper job,
Oh
a
yeah.
proper day job. We had to give up those kind of life. But then again, we wanted to have it on the other side also at the same time. So the whole movie, every single detail of it, the betrayal part of it, friends betraying you in businesses. Oh man, it was. For those who's listening in right now, please watch that movie immediately. Don't really tell you the whole thing. But well, I'm just gonna pop in one quick question from Wang right now. Jack's
Okay.
production. Experimenting with safety or just do it mentality, which is more of you?
More me?
Yeah,
Do it.
just do it.
Like, but just do it. But here's the thing, like, like some people say, like, don't think, just do it. Other people say, like, really think shit through. And to me, like, both have merit. My impulse response is to say, just do it. But, cover your bases. You know what I mean? Either cover your bases or be prepared right now. Like, if this all goes wrong, be prepared to accept that. You know?
Okay.
Like, it's what do you call it? Like, a lot of the stuff that I've done, the indie stuff, they were all like kind of a just do it punk rock attitude, and not knowing whether I can pull it off, But by committing to it, right? By saying, okay, you know what, we're gonna do this. Like, I'm kind of forced to have to learn how to do it. Like it was all the way back to like my first movie, the first album with Y2K. I'd never recorded a full album before, by my like things like that. Like, it's just do it, and then but be prepared to actually do it. There's a lot of people that say just do it and don't mention the repercussions. The repercussions could be fucking horrendous. It's the same with it's the same way with how I think about if I'm going to post online.
Okay.
If I want to say something, I'm going to say it, but I also have to be 100% confident. If someone calls me out on it, if someone thinks it's wrong, if someone thinks this, if whatever bullshit that could happen online, I have to be prepared for that. So yeah, just do it, but don't think that things won't fuck up.
Be prepared for it. Like, just be prepared
Yeah.
for it. Well, I'm just going to add on to another comment. As being indie, it's still about safety, but making sure it works. But the thing is this, you got to excuse me. It's like I do not know much about the technicalities of movies. Yes, I'm a guy who loves movies. I just love watching any genres. As long as it entertains me, I just like to watch the entire, dialogues, how it's all taken. But the term indie, right, to be more specific right now, these days, it's a bit confusing for me because, you want to talk about big budget movies and then indie movies, you want to do a comparison. A lot of indie movies has actually come out so well. It's like huge. It has made big names. Like say you're going back a little bit, Pulp Fiction, Whiplash, then even the recent one, 2019 Parasite.
Yes.
Parasite was actually an indie movie, right?
But there's a thing, like you said, indie can be confusing because technically indie means independent film, so it wasn't made by any studio. Please excuse my cat jumping on the wall there.
No worries. Part of the show.
There you go. So yes, while something like Pulp Fiction is an indie film, so is Die Hard 3. Die Hard 3 wasn't financed by the studio. Ninja Turtles,
wow.
the first Ninja Turtles movie, the 1989 Turtles movie, is an indie film by an indie studio. Yeah.
Oh,
So like there's always like some weird thought like, oh, indie, that must mean it's cheap. Not necessarily. Or indie, that must mean it's artsy. Not necessarily. Indie just means that, studio bigwigs had nothing to do with the making of the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even in terms, how about the budget part of it? Because I read it somewhere that in an average of, I'm talking about outside of Malaysia, the US, or in most
course.
parts of the world, they say the average is about, say, 750K per movie. That is considered small budget. Details as such. Does the budget fall into the word indie? Now, is it linked to
No, because technically no, because if Warner Brothers gave you $1 million to make a film, that's a studio film. It's a cheap studio film, but it's a studio film. You see what I mean?
And the movies like that is being produced down here, because like my intro stated that one of the movies that only cost about 10K, but it made big name out there,
Yeah.
right? So does the money really matter for an indie movie itself?
Like, it depends on what you want out of it. I mean, that's the big thing, you know? Because look, as a company, it would be incredibly irresponsible to make a film not expecting profit. Like, that's just a fact, right? But then you will also have some companies that know that, and they're doing it because they are building up, you know, their portfolio, which is a valid, you know, investment. And for like people like me, here's the thing: like, I do the day-to-day stuff that gets me paid, so that I have the freedom to do this. You see what I'm saying? Like, I never understood when I'd meet first-time filmmakers who have this huge idea, right? And they're obviously very talented, but they don't have they don't have the portfolio to support investing millions of dollars into a film, right? And they're wondering why no one's going to invest those millions of dollars. And the fact is very simple, you know, you're untested. Even when you have got experience, like I had, you know, like KickFlip is my 5th feature film, right? But you don't see me making a lot of big budget movies, and that's not by choice. I would love to make movies with a budget. You know what I mean? I'd like to be able to feed people.
But you did Showdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a big budget?
For me, yeah. It was the biggest budget I've ever had. It was the first time working with a studio. And I'm just very proud of the film, like, honestly. You know, but at the same time, it's weird because Showdown was Showdown was about to be released, and my whole, you know, viewpoint of going into Showdown was, okay, after making all these indie films and short films and ads and whatever, trying to get my name noticed, finally got an opportunity to do a studio film, right? And that will open up the doors to other studio films, TV shows, whatever, and maybe I'll finally be accepted by the mainstream. And the movie came out, and then it left. You know, it wasn't a huge success. It wasn't a huge failure. It existed, right? Like most movies usually do. And I can honestly say it's done nothing for my career.
Really?
I mean, that's not me disparaging it. That's just a fact. Like, Showdown hasn't opened any doors. You know, I don't know if it's closed any doors, but it's, you know, it hasn't opened any doors.
But do you think is there a chance of the whole industry, a monopoly in the industry of the key players are the only ones getting the opportunity, like people in the indie scenes, like as yourself, to penetrate into the mainstream itself, or studio produced movies? Is there any possibilities of that?
I mean, maybe a bit. I mean, at the end of the day, business is business, and I totally understand that. I have no issue with that. But also, I don't think that's the root cause. You know, at the end of the day, money talks.
Okay.
Like, if you're an indie filmmaker, but your last film grossed a lot of money, people notice. And that's just a fact, you know? What I've noticed is that critics notice my movie, but the box office, not so much. But even then, it's understandable because my movies don't get released huge. You know what I mean? And they don't get promoted in a huge way. So, like, that first movie of mine, Ciplak, which cost 10,000, like, you go on an average day to the cinema, there's probably 5 people, maybe 3. And 2 of them came into the wrong cinema. and that's not even a joke. That happened a lot of times because it came out the same year as Aflin Shauki's Baik Punya Cilo. So they'd get the 2 movie titles confused, and they'd be in there oh, this is what I paid for. Fuck this. And leave. I was like, okay, fair enough.
No, but the thing is, like, even movies, like I said, maybe the brand itself, like, you know, when sometimes when you read in articles about a certain movies that come out, they always have this thing of immediately labeling it as indie movie instead of just mentioning it as a movie itself. the perception that people have the moment you say indie movie, they have this thing. Okay, it's going to be a low budget movie, and it's going to be the storyline is pretty much going to be like this. The perception that people have during the promotion itself. Do you think that is also a contributing factor to that?
I mean, to an extent, but at the same time, like those type of movies must have existed for people to have that perception. As for like labeling a film an indie film, or making the like labeling it as that is to me lazy. You know what I mean? Because that it's going to create a perception. So I don't know. Like there are perceptions. I mean, even when I was starting up, I had perceptions of local indie film.
Okay.
It can't be helped, but I don't think that's a major deterrent. Like at the end of the day, when it comes to films, and independent films in particular, it's all about whether you can get people to know that the film is out. People that would want to watch the movie know that the film is out. And in the regular, if Corona wasn't here right now, what do you call it? Like trying to promote a small movie like KickFlip is very, very difficult. When you have, think about it, this year Wonder Woman was supposed to come out and all these other huge films. Tenet was, like supposed to be the hugest film of the year. James Bond's supposed to come out this year, right?
Would have been a nightmare for most of you guys, man.
Exactly. So then you're sitting there like, if you're done with Bond, we have this small black and white skateboarding movie by people you don't know.
That's going to be tough, man. But the thing is this: the good thing about this particular movie, KickFlip, the streaming platform Mubi, right? Okay, for the benefit of our listeners right now, I am not paid by Movie. Neither is this whole show sponsored by Movie. This whole show is run by sunshine, rainbows, fresh air, and a can of coffee. Nothing else, nothing more than that. But Movie, I must say, Movie is one of the interesting platforms because the whole idea of it, instead of people like wanting to go to the cinemas and so on, at least now they have an option of, because you just go online, you just pay for it. It's only about $5 or $7, depends how you want to subscribe to the whole thing. And you just get to choose your movie on the spot. And this way, you can actually market it nationwide, online, or worldwide, right?
Yeah.
Which is much better than, I don't know, for me, I don't know. I look at it as much better than cinemas itself.
It's okay. That's another point. But like, we'll just get on Mubi, the platform first. Like, to me, it's an interesting platform, and I'm honestly like quite happy that it's the platform that this movie's starting out on, because it is obviously a site designed for people who are interested in film. Like Netflix is, and I love Netflix, but Netflix is a site for people who want entertainment.
Okay.
Of varying genres, of varying, and whilst Mubi has, some more of the more fun mainstream stuff, it is very obviously about film and movies and curated films. It's not necessarily the most biggest box office film. You probably may not have heard of a bunch of the films on Mubi, So I first found out about that site last year. So it was always like in the back of my head, like, can we get this movie on Mubi? So yeah, I'm quite happy that it's on there right now. As for cinemas, like I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, there is something really nice about the communal feeling of watching a film. There are certain films where the experience I had in the cinema is 100 times better than watching it at home. Like a movie could be 100 times funnier in a cinema just because you're all there together. Or like something like Gravity. Gravity on a laptop sucks.
Okay, yeah, that's true. The reason why I didn't watch the movie again because of that.
There you go. Gravity, like I saw it in IMAX. So after that, I'm like, how am I going to watch this on a TV? That's impossible. It has to be experienced this big.
Yeah, I know, man. I know that feeling. I get what you mean, the whole thing. But the reason why I'm saying this is because we also know that when it comes to independent movies, or rather indie movies, the screens, the amount of screens you get, it's not exactly as much as what you would expect, right? In comparison with the big budget movies. Is it true?
Oh yeah, I don't think I've gone over 20 screens.
Yeah. So the thing
except for
is,
Showdown. Yeah, like
okay,
it's
but
definitely been like 3 to 8, maybe 15. I can't remember the exact figures. Around there.
yeah, because that's the reason why I'm asking. Because earlier we were talking about making a movie and getting it out to people, and also you want to look at making money out of it. You want to make some profit out of it. So if you're going to have difficulties getting it from the big screen, platforms as such like movies and so on, like for example Netflix, it could help out, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, having my movie on streaming has been a blessing in the sense that, for the local, like if KickFlip just by itself was, going through the process of going in the cinema, right? It wouldn't be the same version you saw. That just as a fact. And a lot of it would be because of language, Some words be censored. Some scenes would be censored, even though the woman playing my wife is my real wife.
Yeah, I could imagine
But
that.
still, they might have
Oh
some
no,
issues,
that was my first reaction. If this was in the cinema, he kissed. Oh
right?
no, that's it.
Yeah, I kissed
Haram.
my wife. Oh no!
Yes. Ban movie terus ban. Tak boleh.
Like, what about the bit when he said "fuck" before that? Fuck that!
Yeah.
He kissed his wife.
Ban the movie. Ban the movie. No way, it's not gonna be shown. But that's another funny thing. It's like making movies. The restrictions that you have for local producers and movie producers, the censorship level that you have for these movies, isn't it like kind of like obstructing or just like limiting your creativity on releasing it out there? Like okay, let's face it. Some of the movies that you get from Hollywood as you seriously have doubts on how this movie actually made it to the cinema, man, without being censored this much. And then, but when it comes to the local movies, you can't say this, you can't do that, you can't play this, you can't play
Yeah.
that. It's like the limitations you have is extremely high, right?
Okay, here's the thing. I accept limitations. As an indie filmmaker, you are already limited, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with limitations. Limitations are a good thing. Limitations are the mother of creativity. But the problem with our censorship in Malaysia, the limitations are not set a standard.
Okay.
Like the year you're making the movie, that content could be okay. The next year, it could be something that requires censorship. You see what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. In America, we all want to think like America, oh, they were like just so open with films. No, they were very prudent. If I remember my film history correctly, around the 30s, 40s, probably more around the 40s, because of all these gangster films and scenes of violence and stuff like that and suggested sexuality, the censorship board became really stringent, right? And what that does is make filmmakers go, okay, well, if I want to tell this story, how do I tell it? You know what I mean? But what you have there is a list of rules that they've set in stone, right? And if you can prove that you haven't broken that rule, then it's okay. You know what I mean? Unless like it becomes to the point where you have to add amendments. But there is a rule, they stick to it, and if you can get around that rule, then good for you. In Malaysia, those rules are written, but they're not set in stone. What they say is not okay today could be okay tomorrow. What they say is not okay today could not be okay tomorrow. And that is the inherent problem. So when you're trying to create something and you don't know what the limitations are, where the borders are, you end up just making the borders yourselves and they become really, really narrow.
Just to play it safe, like just in case.
Just to make sure that no one bans your film. Right?
Okay.
And that becomes the problem, when you're like, can we show this? Can we not show this? You know what? To be safe, let's not show this. Can we talk about this? Can we not talk about that? Okay, to be safe, let's not talk about that. And that, to me, is the inherent problem. Unless, let's say, a film comes out where it does get passed with that type of content. So now you have precedent. And you see it happen a lot. Like Rump It came out around the same time as my first movie, Ciplak. And I was surprised just by the trailer at how much was allowed through, And they got through on a technicality. But what happened after that? A whole bunch of racing films, right?
Okay.
KL Drift, KL Menjerit, Bosya jangan ambil jalan hitam, whatever the hell that movie was called. You know, the same with horror. Like jangan pandang belakang and Munafik become blockbusters, and suddenly the horror rules are kind of like brought back down. You know, because the censorship rules on horror are very specific, and over the past 10 years, I've seen like I don't think anyone's following these damn rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't get it, man.
So everyone like, oh, until that barrier gets opened up a bit, so they push it a little bit more, push it a little bit more, push it a little bit more, and then someone gets banned. Okay, we'll start back here again.
Okay, that explains a lot. Okay, that explains a whole lot of things based on whatever I've been watching lately in cinemas and also on TV. That explains it a lot, man. Because I've always wondered, this, like, why the dialogues as such, man? Why is the shots are like that? It's like, come on, man, is this annoying?
Like,
hence the reason
remember
why
back in the 90s when suddenly the government said, no, everyone has to speak Baku on TV?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you hear everyone speaking Baku now?
No, it just changes. It just disappears. It's like a phase. It goes on for a while, and then that's it. It goes missing. Man. You know,
But for a couple of years, we were stuck with people bercakap seperti ini.
You know how much a job? You know how much of jobs I'd lost because of that?
Because they made you DJs do that too, didn't you?
Yeah. I just had a VO job recently, 2 days ago. It's like, dude, you still have. Surprisingly, they brought it back for certain things. It's like, dude, you need to do this. Please read it in Bahasa Baku. It's like, what the fuck? How the hell am I going to do it again? I can't remember how the whole thing works, man. But okay, I did it somehow. Somehow I just managed to do it, but God knows the amount of corrections, the retakes I had to do just for that. Ah, man. But hence the reason why I said even this dialogues and things like without the censorship required, KickFlip had it all. It's like every details, every conversation that took place in that was so real. You know, the whole thing, which I loved it so much, man. I was just like, okay, fine. Something I felt like I was in the movie itself. So amazing, dude. Amazing. So
Thank
for those
so
if you haven't checked it out yet, please head on to Mubi.com. You can get it from there. It's Mubi as in M-U-B-I, right?
Yes.
Not M-O-V-I-E. It's M-U-B-I.com. It's an amazing movie. One of the scenes one of my favorite scenes, there's so many favorite scenes, was when you, Johan, wife, Lisa, right? Lisa,
the friend? Yeah.
Yeah, the friend. Okay, that scene is something that personally I've experienced it many times. There's always that one asshole who comes and talks like that. You know? You gotta watch it. Trust me, for those who don't know what am I talking about, watch the movie and you know what I mean, man. I can bet you 8 out of 10 people who watch this movie would just go back and say, yes, I've lived it, I've experienced this, I've met these kind of assholes, and this is how the life is all about. And even towards the ending, the closing of the whole movie was fantastic. Like I'm just trying not to give away much of the movie. Please stop me as much as I can.
Is there like? It's not like there's a big twist or anything.
Yeah.
Is there an issue if you spoil it?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just want people to watch it to know it for themselves, man. Because, like I said earlier, there's an emotional connection to this particular movie. That's the main thing. It's like how people want to translate it to connect with them is a different thing. Some people might have done, I don't know, being a mechanic, race car driver. Some of them DJing, maybe some of them being a painter or something like that, and giving up, sacrificing certain things. Everybody could connect to the movie. I can daringly say that. Like I said, at least about 70% of people could actually connect to this particular movie. Hence the reason why I find it to be my favorite movie for 2020, man. I have to admit it, man. And speaking of which, also you sang in that movie also, right?
Yeah, the opening and closing tracks. So
speaking of singing, how's Khai Mano doing? The band Khai Mano, man.
It's been a bit quiet. It has been very quiet, actually. And it's also been tough to record here. What do you call it? MCO has made all my neighbors stay at home in the day. So there's a lot of neighborhood noise. But yeah. No, but so that opening and closing track, that's the opening is the original demo for that song that I wrote and recorded in 2000. On a laptop with 256 megabyte RAM, kids. How'd you like that?
You saw that. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever, Ben.
Yeah. So then the end credits, I re-recorded that song more than 20 years later. And then most of the score as well I did with a few tracks from some friends of mine. Yeah.
With the schedule that you have right now, is like Khai Mano going back again. Performing in gigs and all. Is it coming up soon? Anything next year, perhaps, once everything is okay?
Not sure yet, because I'm basically I'm trying to write some new stuff and record some new stuff, and I've been messing around just a lot with how I record. So I don't know if it'll be, Khai Mano as a 3-piece, or if it'll just be just me or like a bigger band. I have no idea, because I'm still just messing around with stuff, and especially like nowadays, I'm just like, because before it was always a 3-piece and a certain sound and dynamic. And of course, people get older and don't have as much time to jam with each other, stuff like that. And so, yeah, because, as you would know, you see me in a bunch of different bands. I've got a ton of different influences. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just trying out some stuff. So I'll be on my guitar at one minute, and then I'll be on like an MPC on the next, hitting the 16 pads. I'll be on the keyboards, and yeah, just trying stuff out. So we'll see. If anything comes out, it'll come out next year.
I'm definitely looking forward for that, man. It's like like I said earlier, every time we meet, it's like a different form, a different version of Khai that I see, man. Versus his previous with Y2K, then he was Khai Mano. What's next? God knows, man. God knows. And of course, one of the things that, of course, I enjoy most about you is the podcast that you have called Geeks in Malaysia, together with Emilia and also Nick Dorian. I must say, you guys are pretty much the pioneers of podcasting in Malaysia, man.
No lah.
Hey, come on, seriously. I heard the word podcast from you. And this was many, many years ago. Okay, this was many, many years ago when nobody knew what podcasting was all about. Until I just learned the whole thing from you. Actually, it's like
even for us, like before that, like I was really into podcasts because of Kevin Smith, because I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. And when I discovered like he has this whole other career podcasting, I'm like, okay. And suddenly there was hours of content by this guy that I never knew existed. And I always thought it'd be a cool idea, but I didn't know whether it would work. And actually a podcast that came before us, probably Malaysia's first geek podcast, Makiap and Fries, Gavin Yap and Ian McNally's podcast, that had been around before. So, and because I was getting to know Gavin Yap at the time, I was like, wait, people are already podcasting? Okay, this is possible. So, and I had mics at home. So I think one day I asked Amelia whether she wanted to do a podcast just for this thing called Wham that my friend Michael, the guy playing the douchebag in the dinner scene, he started this site back in the day to try and promote, local content. And we thought to do a podcast on that. And then it became, when that ended, we thought, okay, let's just do a podcast on the stuff we like. And it's been fun. It's been tons of fun. Even though I miss meeting them physically to record a podcast, doing it like this has been a bit trying at times.
I know it is a tough thing. It's like, even like I said, when a lot of things that I do right now is like, even on my podcast, I use you as an inspiration, or rather as a benchmark on things that goes on. It's like, even the setup is like, you want to know, you see the TV down there? I just got it ready just because I was having a chat with you. I just want to make sure everything is right, how everything works. I knew one fine day I'm going to have a chat with you, so I got to make everything right, dude. I just got to make everything right because you have been doing it for a while, and the best part is you know about setup, you know about lightings and the whole works, and I am with a 30 ringgit cheap light and a stupid TV in the back of me. That's the best I could go for. It's like I got to step up my game. Just because of you guys and knowing the audio quality of it and how the whole podcast thing works. I have to admit it. I have used your show as a benchmark on how the whole thing runs, and even the conversation that goes on in your show. It's amazing.
Really, sometimes some of the recordings are god awful, and I made those recordings.
But dude, in comparison with whatever I do, it's like, hey, I still like it, man. But the whole idea. But the thing about podcasting in Malaysia, how do you find it, man? It's like the acceptance level. Now I know there's a lot of things, a lot of people doing it, and it seems to be gaining traction on it. For at least
especially this year. Yeah, especially this year, it feels like it's been gaining a lot of traction because I would say definitely like not a lot of people in Malaysia even knew what a podcast was. And I think this year more know simply because we were all looking for content, just something to take our mind off this weird hellish existence we've been brought into. So people are like, oh, there's podcasts, there's live streams, there's this, there's that, and people are discovering new content. And yeah, I mean, it also helps that in America, podcasting has become mainstream. You know what I mean?
It is a billion-dollar industry, man.
Oh yeah, there are TV shows that are being greenlit by podcasts. Movies been greenlit by podcasts. It's definitely considered a legit form of content. And over here, it's still starting up. But it's starting up. It's obviously a lot more because I remember when we first started, and I'd be like, 5 people listen today, man. Hey.
I know that feeling. I truly know that feeling, man. I had that.
And it's not like it's gone up to like millions. It's nowadays more, hey, 30 people listen today. Hey,
yeah, it's a big deal. That's the best part about podcasting. It's like, me, right? It's from radio days to online radio. When you created something like that, the ratings played an important role. When you say about ratings, you're talking about thousands of people and so on. But when it comes to podcast world, it's a little bit different. Like what you said earlier, we get about 100 like downloads or whatever. It's like, whoa, I made it today. I'm at the top of the world right now. I'm the next Joe Rogan and all this kind of things going on.
I'd like to ask you a question, actually. Like, now I'm thinking about it, going from what do you call it, radio to podcasts. Oh wow, that's weird how phones do that. Going from radio to podcast, do you find it a bit strange making the conversation more loose and not trying to keep it within a time limit?
Actually, that actually changed for me from radio to online radio, because when it came to online radio, no such thing as time limit. The last time, when we spoke one of the online radio station, we didn't have actually time limit. So I kind of felt that I was already halfway there. The only difference is I don't have music involved in this podcast that I'm doing right now. But it is kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed more on podcasts, man. Like the freedom you have, you just blabber away, you just talk as much as you want, no time limit, say whatever you want, no restrictions.
There's not a producer tapping on the window like you gotta do that promo in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta read this, you gotta read that. It's like, the freedom you have in podcasts is amazing. I'm truly enjoying it because I'm the kind of guy, you just give me the mic and I'll talk for days. I got no problem with that, man. And podcasting is one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad to hear
it's
it.
a nice thing. It's good that I got into it. Thanks to you guys.
People don't realize, like, sometimes just listening to a conversation is fun.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much. Like, I first I was a bit skeptical about podcasts. It's like, what would people talk about for 1 hour straight, or maybe 45 minutes, no break, no song, no whatsoever. So when the initial idea is like, when I first came into the podcast world doing my research, I was like listening and listening and listening. I was going episodes after episodes after episodes. I was like, damn. Like, this is better than radio, dude. Compared to what is going on in radio right now. It's like, okay, I talk for 30 seconds, play a song with 450 promos and 500 ads in between. Then I come back again and give you life advice, Didn't you just hate it in radios? Everybody seems to be your so-called father, your mother, giving you life advice on how you should live your life.
I am so glad I never saw you get to the point where you were doing public service and not like PSA mini ads between your shows. I'm like,
man.
I can't imagine him doing hey, you should go outside and stop playing those video games all the time.
Fuck you, man. You want to play, you play. I'm not your father. Do it, man. That would have been me. That would have been so me. No way, man. No.
When they started doing the PSAs on radios, at a certain point, I was like, are they going to tell me how to brush my teeth next? Because they're saying the most obvious shit.
Exactly.
Like, look up whilst using your phone when you're crossing the street. No shit, Sherlock.
I'm just getting bloody annoyed, man. I just felt like my late father was actually appearing on radio telling me this, telling me that. Eat properly, stand properly, walk properly, talk properly, sleep properly. It's like, oh gosh. It's like my father all over again, man. Please, radios, if you're listening to this whole conversation, stop doing that. We know how to live our lives. Enough, man. We got parents, we got wives, we got girlfriends to tell us all that. We don't need radio jocks to do that for us. Man, it's seriously. But seriously, once again, dude, it is so much fun chatting with you. I kind of miss doing this, man. It takes every 5 years. You got to do this more often, man. Seriously, got to start doing that. And let's not wait for another 7 years for your next movie or some shows or whatever, man. Got to stop doing that. Now that podcast, you can just drop in anytime you want, man. Just drop in anytime you want. And so what's up next for you?
Tell you what, like, would you want to be on Geeks in Malaysia?
I would love to, man. That would be a big honor for me.
Okay, let me run it through with the guys.
No
let me run it through with the guys. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Let's
It'd be
have you on there. Let's find out what it's like on your side.
That'll be the first time being on the other side. Actually, first time, second time, yeah. Yeah, usually happens, man.
No one interviews you? Come on.
Me? Who wants? They know I talk too much. They say, shut up, Nav, don't do it. We'll stick to the phone interviews. We'll do some write-ups about you, and that's about it. That's the furthest you get. Nothing much. TV, no way, because I have a face meant for radio only. So
see, that's the thing. Like, that's the other trend I saw these days with radio. I'm like, why has everyone got to look good and be on billboards for radio? This is ridiculous.
Exactly. Why?
Like, what is that about?
Yeah.
Like, I was shooting something. I won't say which radio station, but I was shooting something. It was a radio station where they live stream the show as well, right? In the booth, like they have a live video, and it's a morning slot. So I think it's two guys and a girl. So obviously the girl has to come in 2 hours in advance to get hair and makeup done. Before going on at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, that's not part of your job. Holy shit, you're there to talk. What is this?
Exactly. Yeah, the whole radio thing on TV is like, I don't get it, man. It's like when I first started, this was way back when I first started, it was just about you, the microphone, and the radio. That's about it, nothing more than that. I've even came to a point in my life where people said that some of the producers or the bosses came in and said, hey, Naf, your show is going to be on TV. We're going to stream it on TV or show it on one of the TV stations. Can you go and cut your hair?
Oh,
it's like, what? I'm just going to be there for about 10 minutes and I'm supposed to cut my hair that I grew all this while? And I said, thank you very much. Thank you. But no thanks, man. So it happens. It's like I say, radio, you stick to radio, man.
I was going to say, like that. I mean, that's the point of radio. You can wear whatever you want. But then I remembered one time we were going to come on your show and we weren't allowed in.
That was Paul.
Yes.
Paul came in with the short pants.
Short pants and a sleeveless T-shirt.
Yes. Yeah. I knew. That was definitely Paul.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, you can't go to work in shorts, even in radio, huh?
Yeah. Actually, that only works in that particular station that I was working with, man.
Yes.
It's like,
for understandable reasons.
Yeah. You know the race driver, Alex Young?
Yeah. Well, not personally, but yeah.
Okay. He once came in with shorts and sleepers. So he had this particular segment that needed to go on in about, say, 20 minutes, and the guards didn't allow him in because he was wearing shorts. So what happened was one of the other DJs had to go outside to the car park, take off his pants and loan it to Alex Young and sit in the car with his underwear until the entire radio show ended.
Yes.
And that particular DJ is now on one of those big TV stations right now, or the news stations. If only they knew the history of what happened in the car park, a DJ in his underwear, just waiting for the entire show to finish. That was amazing, man.
Can you imagine your boss comes in and he like stops by, sees you in the car? Like, what are you doing? Like, don't look down.
No, God.
Are you in your underwear? Because of Alex Young. What did Alex Young do to you?
No, the thing is, Alex actually agreed to wear somebody else's pants. That's the best part. That was the thing. That's the best part about radio that I miss, man. All those little details that works on. Man, a lot of stuff that took place. I remember even we used to have fun. Like we recorded the whole show, the show that you were on before, when during Y2K days, the rock show that he had.
Yeah.
What we used to do was we used to record the whole talk set, the music, and all these things. We'll just line up the whole thing for about an hour, 45 minutes. We'll just play it. Me and my partner will just go out, smoke up a little bit, and listen to our own show. Drive around the parking lot.
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah, I know.
That's not real good.
Shit, there's a good stuff going on there. So those are the things that took place actually in radio world that a lot of people wouldn't know. And nowadays it's different. Nowadays it's too stiff, man. I don't know. I just find it. Do you find it that way, listening to radios?
I mean, that's the thing. I don't even listen to the radio anymore. I miss the radio, but I don't even listen to it anymore because, like most of the stations were just filled up with ads,
Yeah,
or
as in,
or like they're all playing the same song.
yeah, that's another issue that's been going on, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what exactly they're trying to do. It's like, how long is this going to go on for? Because I know they've been picking up formats from other parts of the world, but it's getting tiring, man. It's getting pretty tiring.
Yeah. And that's why, like, because to me, like, there are certain occupations that to me I really, really respect for many reasons. And radio DJ was one of them, because to me, like, a radio DJ represents, number one, just the skill of doing the job, keeping shit in time, being able to talk and control your subject within a segment, switching the songs, curating the songs, and also, like, you're supposed to be a tastemaker. You know what I mean? And so you would go to the stations or the DJ slots of people where you're like, okay, this person's choices of music is usually spot on. So I'm going to check out what he listens to, what he or she listens to. So when you switch 5 channels and you're still hearing Drake, like, nothing against Drake, but it's like,
Why?
I know you're all getting paid to play Drake, but could you play something else in between?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing about formatted radios, and I feel sorry for some of the DJs these days because you have no choice but to follow that exact same format. You play whatever we tell you to. You say whatever we tell you to. So it's.
Like, I was surprised. There was one time when I came on your show, and I think you were moved to a morning slot or something, and I was surprised to see, like, you're not even picking out the songs anymore, and you were like, no, all 7 have been slotted in already. So just, okay, you want to go for a cigarette? I'm like, is this DJing now? You're just there like, okay, I've got 7 songs worth of break time before I got to go back in there and tell people what the next 7 songs are.
That can ruin it, man. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I actually gave up radio back then. I just couldn't take it anymore. It was no more fun, man.
Because it wasn't just like the radio shows I listened to, but like Good Morning Vietnam was a huge favorite movie of mine when I was a young teenager because I loved Robin Williams. And, just watching that, like, holy shit, like, you are in control. Like, that booth was his, his musical choices were going out there. He was, and people were listening because they wanted to know what he was going to play and what he was going to say. Like, to me, that's amazing. So, like, it totally makes sense for me that you move over to the podcast, what do you call it? Whatever you want to call it, ecosphere or whatever the fuck, because, like, again, it's like format radio. The DJ is almost an afterthought these days, which I feel sad about.
Yeah,
because it's not like they have a lot of room to say stuff.
Yeah, and everybody expects those guys, radio jocks or DJs, whatever you call it, to be funny. Every segment they have to be funny. It's supposed to be hilarious. There's no more that personal identity. Everybody sounds the same. That's the sad part of it.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of like Good Morning Vietnam, that's how it was when I started off. It's like you had the freedom. Even for one particular station, or rather the place that I used to work with, I think the DJs still have the freedom of selecting your songs. You have the freedom to do that. It's just that you have to select it from this particular genre or this particular selections of theirs, so you can pick it in whatever way you want. So I think it still works that way for them, but it's not the same. It's no fun anymore.
I was actually really thinking about doing a podcast, radio, like, music show, and then, but the thing is, like, nowadays with algorithm searching everything, I can't seem to find a good legal answer as to how to go about doing it.
But I heard Spotify is changing that. Now you can just start including your songs into your whole podcasting, eh?
No, but I mean, like, let's say if you wanted to do a podcast, let's say, and okay, in this hour, I'm going to be playing tracks from this era of blues music. You know what I mean? Like, there's songs that have a copyright ID, right? So how does it work now? I'm not quite sure because I haven't been able to find real answers.
Yeah, because what I've read recently about Spotify allowing people to actually pick the songs, whatever you want, whichever you want, which has the so-called copyright and all, from their playlist. Whatever's available on Spotify, you can just take it and put it into your podcast. It allows you to do that.
But but you have to host the podcast on Spotify?
I think so. I think so. It's only for Spotify. I don't know about the rest of the platforms yet. Because I know Anchor hosts because Spotify owns Anchor, right? So I think Anchor allows you to do
Oh,
that. But over in here in Malaysia, I'm not too sure yet.
okay.
Yes. Yeah, but
So
I
yeah,
think it's
you see,
coming
it's
up pretty
kind of
soon.
confusing.
Yeah. Same like our censorship board. Oh man, dude. I think I'm gonna wrap things up. Well, I have to say
Oh yeah.
this has been one of the fun interviews I've had for 2020, and
Hey,
well,
thanks, man.
I think I'll just wrap up the season with this particular interview. I don't know yet; still another few more weeks to go. But once again, please, for those who's listening in right now, please check out the movie KickFlip. Awesome, awesome, fantastic movie is available on movie.com. That's mubi.com. Go there. It's only about $5 to subscribe for 7 days, and if you want to have the monthly subscription, it's only about 10 ringgit or so. So go ahead, check out. You have to check it out. Share it with as many people as possible. I'll try to put the link in the comment section over here, so whoever wants it can just click on it and watch it for them. What's up for you next, dude? Kai, you there, man? Or am I the one stuck here? You there? You there? You there? Please tell me you're there. Everything's frozen for a second. Oh man, something's missing right here. I don't know whether it's me, is it Kai? Just gone. Everything just went kaput, kaput. But it's okay, no worries at all. And we'll check it out again. And let's see. I think it's time for me to wrap things up. I'll try to edit this whole thing. This has been something like that with NAV right here on air. Your platforms, whichever platforms you want to be. It could be Apple, it could be Apple, it could be anything at all. So Apple, Spotify, whichever you can think of, it is available right now. And please share it. Please do click on the link, like button, subscribe button to check out more interviews. I kind of lost Khai for a second. I don't know whether it's me or is it my internet or whichever it is. Hopefully it will work out fine. It's sad that he had to end up abruptly like this. Khai, thank you so much, Khai. Thank you so much for joining in the chat. I hope to catch you again. Oh, Kai's back. Kai's back. Kai, something just
Yeah. Sorry, don't know.
something just
Wi-Fi
happened.
just went down for like 2 minutes, and then now it's back up again.
Yeah, it happens. I was just babbling all by myself for a second ago, but before, before that, I just want to check with you. What's up next for you, man? After KickFlip?
Not sure yet, to be honest. I just know that what do you call it? Like now that the world has pretty much ostensibly changed. It's also like you try and look at the brighter side of things, and on the brighter side, like it's a whole new paradigm, of how a movie's released, how a movie's made, how entertainment is made in general. So I think next year gonna explore some of that shit. Like I don't know whether it's gonna be more on YouTube or on other streaming services, but yeah, let's see what kind of stuff can pop out, and hopefully, maybe some music.
Nice.
But in the meantime, yes, KickFlip will be available on Mubi exclusively. And probably by around February, we're going to open it up on other platforms, and hopefully we'll find an international platform as well, so that people outside of Malaysia can watch it. Because right now it's geo-blocked to Malaysia only.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was just about to share with my friends abroad. I was just talking about
Yeah.
it, but thank God you mentioned about this, or else would have been a waste of my money, man.
Yeah.
Buying
So yeah,
that
just
movie.
wait till February, and hopefully I'll be able to find some international places to put it on.
Excellent. I'm just curious, before I forget, you remember a couple of years back you did this so-called short film called Masked, the
Ah, yeah.
vigilante thingy?
Yeah.
Any plans of doing a series kind of thingy? Because
I
I
mean,
seriously, when the first time I watched it, that was the era of every director was going into the Adobe After Effects, but you came up with this particular set of, so-called vigilante series. Vigilante short film. Any plans of doing a series out of it?
I had some ideas
Things
at
like
the time. I had some ideas at the time, but it kind of fizzled out. And then another filmmaker friend of mine in Brunei kind of ran with the idea and put his own spin on it. I can't remember what the official title of the movie was off the top of my head now, though, because the original title was banned. what was it called? I think it might be called Prima Jaya. I can't remember. But yeah, it was basically using the same mask, and the premise and exploring it in a different direction. But yeah, like for me, I don't know. That thing was a cool idea at the time, and I had some ideas on how to make little mini short films to carry on that series, but it kind of fizzled out. So sorry about that.
Oh man, I hope to see you doing that sometime in the near future, man. It was kind of nice. Well, before there was Daredevil, before there was so-called Man or whatever, there was Masked. So I was actually hoping for that to be a continuation
Don't
of the
worry.
whole thing.
There's a few
looking
other
forward.
ideas that me and my wife and a few friends are brewing up for content. So hopefully next year, some other stuff that'll be coming out from this side.
Nice, man, nice. Anyway, Khai, once again, a big, big, big thank you, and congratulations for that amazing kickflip. It's an awesome thing that
Thank you very
happened for
much.
2020, despite of all the nonsense that was going on, COVID and all the shutdown and lockdowns. I think one of the best things that happened was your movie. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very, very much. And I hope everybody checks it out. And don't forget, it's movie.com, available right now. And look forward for it for the friends abroad. February, right? Hopefully.
Should be
February.
around February, hopefully.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed,
hopefully.
knock on wood.
And don't forget to follow Khai on his social media pages. Just look for Khai Bahar and
Oh no, look for
Khairil.
Kaimano. No, just
Kaimano, sorry.
what my username is over there. Whoops.
Yeah,
there.
Kaimano.
Yeah.
Khai Bahar is a different dude altogether, right?
I'm just basically going with Kaimano now for everything because I'm like, okay, no one else is called that yet,
Yeah, I know,
except
man. When I
for
was
one Italian house song, but that's okay.
Now, even when I was making that poster, I was like, okay, what do I put this guy? Can I call him Khai? No, Khai doesn't work. Khai M Bahar. The dude has so many names. It's just like, okay, fuck it, let's do this. And let's see what happens after that, man. So, Khai, thank you very much. Best of luck in your podcast. Once again, looking forward to check that out for the podcast lovers out there. Check out Geeks in Malaysia. It's available on Spotify and all the major podcast platforms. Check it out over there and follow them on their Instagram page too, Geeks in Malaysia. Khai, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me,
it.
man. Absolute
Let's catch
pleasure.
up for a drink soon.
Yes,
Real
sir.
soon. No more 7 years, no more 5 years, right? Okay. Thanks a lot, dude.
Take care.
Take care, man.